Alright, give me a second. Try to put this back over here. Alright, let's see if I can figure out where I can watch the... That's weird. I don't know what the deal is. I can watch it here. There we go. Oh, there we go. I need a way to get this window bigger. Hey, look, we got Dwayne. I'm staring at you, staring at me. I gotta figure out a way so I can still read the feed and interact, otherwise this kind of kills it. High Five Live. Okay, so I planned on talking about our schedule for next year for Yak-A-Bass. Let me see. Switch to here. Boom, look at that. Woo! Fancy, huh? Let me see if I can get back to... Nope, I need to put that in another window. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I guess put up on, let's see. Yeah, but I don't want any audio, so if I put the feed on my phone. Alright, so next year we've got quite a schedule. Dominated heavily by the Delta again this next year, like it was last year, but yeah, I'll try to teach you. It took quite a bit of work for me to get it all set up. And obviously, I still got some kinks to work out. Let me see. Let me go back to my software here and drag my happy little butt back. There we go. So a little more centered on the frame here. So I've got this. Start with stop one. Yeah, so stop one. March 19th. You guys can see that. So March 19th. Yeah, see now it's messing with my head when I look at the live feed over here on this one side. So March 19th, out on San Joaquin Delta, out at Turner Cut Marina. If you're not familiar with where Turner Cut Marina is, it's actually just, I don't know, like less than a quarter mile from actually Tiki Lagoon where we did last year. So that's the plan. They have a better facility and a restaurant, and they are just dying to get us over there. So that's what we're gonna do. It's just down the, like I said, it's just from Tiki, not that much further, and they got nicer facilities and better parking. If you remember, Tiki Lagoon was kind of a chaotic little ordeal. Pre-spawn, maybe. I'd imagine so. Well, I imagine so. They'll be up feeding most likely, but how far out of the winter, it just depends on the weather. in all reality. So our second stop, which I'm excited for, is out of Lake Comanche. We've had a bunch of guys heading out there a lot lately, and have been slaying them spots. And I love spot fishing. That's probably my favorite type of species of bass to fish for. They're mean and aggressive, and they just eat. I've heard some people say, "Oh, it's going to be like wimpies." No, dude, not like wimpies. If you don't catch a fish, if you don't catch a keeper fish, I'm sorry, man, but you should catch. It's gonna be close. We should have lots of guys with their full limits, 36 inches. It's gonna be really tight. The guy that can catch himself, I honestly, I'd imagine winning length is still gonna be between 50 and 55, because 3 15-inch fish, which isn't impossible, is 45 inches. So you think so? It's going to be between 45 and 55, but I'd imagine being much closer to 50, and maybe even possibly up to 55. There are largemouth in that lake, so if you hook yourself into a nice 5-pounder, that can be a complete game changer. Take up golf. See, that's a hard thing talking, and I'm trying to read this, go back. Yeah, we don't have winter here, Dwayne. No. Granted, it's pretty cold in my garage now. You may not be able to see it because of the lights, but I can actually produce fog from my mouth. It's pretty cold in here. I had to put a hoodie on. Turn my dryer off here. Yeah. So, Lake Comanche is going to be a lot of fun. By then, we definitely will have pre-spawn, if not into the spawn. So, there may be fish up shallow. There may be fish out deep. Weather pinning. It should be a pretty cool event. So, our next stop out at Tracy Oasis. This is going to be an interesting one. We had a pretty good tournament out there. I'd like to see how that one goes. I'm looking forward to it. So we're back on the Delta for our third event. If you didn't notice, our events will alternate between Saturday and Sunday. I think with the only exception being between Big Break and Clear Lake. But anyways, so with that said, Tracy Oasis, we're going to have to try to figure out a way to increase productivity or efficiency, I guess, of our launch. Last year was kind of chaotic, so hopefully we can figure out a better system. Those of you who are out there who have a better system, if you're watching this, you're not from California, we're still working out our kinks. There's obviously better ways to launch a significant number of kayaks. If you watch the Hobie, some of the video from the Hobie Worlds, those guys were rolling them down and had like 4 or 5 guys helping everybody launch. Granted, they weren't launching from trucks, but still, there's got to be a better way. So we're not clogging up that little ramp, and there's all those guys trying to launch from there because it's a fairly popular launch ramp on the Delta. I don't know what happened to conversation, but it died over here. Following Tracy, we're going to be out at Paradise Point. That's a really cool place. It's a really popular spot. Central Delta. A really popular spot just on the north side of Stockton. That one's going to be cool. There's a lot of options there. Much like a Turner Cut and Tracy, you're a lot more limited. You're either going to go west down Grant Line or you're going to go east down Grant Line and then start heading south Delta, which most people I imagine will be doing. Paradise has quite a few places you can go. I can't think of the cut right there, but you can go you can go, Disappointment, and you go north, it's towards Whites. If you do a lot of paddling, you can make it all the way to Whites from there, but it will be quite the journey. Then our, fifth event out at Big Break. Clear Lake launches change. Oh, so did we contact Clear Lake, James? Not really, meant to be. Well, then why did you post it? I don't know. But it looks like a cat's out of the bag. Sorry about that. So anyways, so County Park. I think that's probably a better launch, anyways. But anyways, so we go to Paradise and then out to Big Break out in the middle of summer, which will be pretty cool. Maybe we'll get another 10-pounder, maybe 2 or 3. That'd be pretty cool too. It's gonna be the interesting one. That's gonna be probably the toughest event, I would think, of all of them. Following that, we're gonna head out to Clear Lake. Yeah, up the road. The latency between when I talk and when it comes on the video makes it hard for me to follow along in the chat here. Pre-fishing for State Park. Yeah, you're heading out there a little early there, homeboy. So, where was I? Big Break. That's probably the toughest one of all of them. But it's still going to be a good show. We could still possibly break 60 out there. I think so. Clear Lake's going to be. That one's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that one. I've only fished Clear Lake a handful of times in my whole life, and that place is just a big bass factory. And if you don't know where Clear Lake is, I'm sorry, you're behind the 8-ball. Then we have, I think it's 8 event, not 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, our 8th event out at Tower Park. That's going to be a fun one. There hasn't been a kayak event there since WKBS. And last time we were there, Mr. Old Matthew won. It's cold. It's cold out here. My hands are getting cold. Tower Park is going to be a cool one. And then Sugar Barge. Probably best maybe if I just kind of react to what you guys are saying. It's only been fishbowl because I'm using the mic on my headphones because my children are super loud inside the house. And when I was setting everything up, I could hear them through my headphones, and I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. So, what other cool things can we talk about? Anybody follow the Hobie Worlds? Let me see. Give me a second. I had planned on making a better outline, but my time got away from me. I was trying to get a couple of things done before I started and kind of messed things up, which kind of messed up what I was, let me see, my plans. Where is it? Oh. Now this is something I want to share right here. Look at this. This is really cool. Look at all them boats. Just for days. All of them Hobie Proing their 14s. And all of them have the power poles on them. And all of them have the Lowrance, I think it was the 5TI. That's awesome. I really want to fish that someday. Hopefully within the next few years. Oh, speaking of that, we do have an event headed coming up. Let me see. If you weren't already aware, let's see. There it is. Boom shakalaka. Look at that. Hey, Dwayne, you can still fish Hobie Worlds. You just have to fish out of a Hobie, but you can still go to the Hobie Bass Open. I'm pretty sure it's not restricted. It's not kayak restricted. You can fish out of any brand. But so this is going to be really cool. The Shasta Bass Classic being put on by Headwaters Adventure Company up in Reading. It's going to be a 2-day event, March 25th and 26th. I'm thinking I'm going to try to get up there possibly Tuesday or Wednesday. Let me see. Where's my calendar? Well, at least I'm thinking 2 to 3 days ahead of time. I really want to get dialed in. That is a spotted bass factory up there, and they're going to be smack in the middle of the spawn or at the very beginning of it, and it's going to be unreal. Hopefully, there'll be lots of largemouth probably caught too. So the guy can find himself 3 good largemouth, or I think it's going to be a 3 fish limit. Let's see. Somewhere on here. So we got this bad boy. 2-day event, registration open. This one's a little. I think this one's $100. Yep, $100 over here on the right hand side. $100. So it's not going to be for the faint of heart. It's going to be a really good event. I'm hoping we can draw quite a few kayakers up there. We can always carpool if we have to. Rent a campsite. I'm hoping there's showers and stuff, because if I camp, I don't want to be all stanky. Let me see. Yeah, $100 entry for the Shasta Bass Kayak Classic. I'm gonna buy it. Stuttering Stanley here. Register as an individual. They're using iAngler software. Sorry, Dwayne. That wasn't my call. We'll see how that goes. What else have we got here? I had a couple other things. Oh, if you haven't seen this yet, I imagine you have. It's a pretty social community here. I'm going to Whoa. Boom! Look at that bad boy. That's a beast. My understanding is Yak-A-Bass is in the having a smaller version made for us bass anglers. A durable thing. Let's see. I gotta go back over here real quick. I know the results are in here somewhere. I think the biggest fish didn't quite get the full length of that board. I'm gonna see though. There we go. Results. Biggest red was, I see, a 38 incher by Matthew Scotch. Right? 38. Oh, there's a 40. Guy Struthers. That's a big old redfish. It's another thing on my bucket list. Go down the Gulf and go fish some redfish. Who else wants to go do that with me? Shasta's injury payout, etc. It's all right here. ShastaBassClassic.com. Hear me copy and paste that in here for you, Abel. You can browse around. Captain's meeting on March 24th. Let me see. I gotta find the date. That's March 25th. March 25th is a Saturday, so it's a Saturday-Sunday event. We have a captain's meeting on the Friday. The Friday before at 6 p.m. at Headwaters Adventure Company. They're in Reading. Must be 16 years or older to participate. Artificial lures only. I'm hoping there's a no trolling rule. I imagine there is, but hot drop required. Digital camera. Catch photo release. That is 3 fish. There we go. Why am I reading from the bottom up? I don't know. But the proceeds from this event is going to go to Heroes on the Water, and the winner is going to get a boat. I imagine it's going to be a Hobie, but I'm not going to say one way or the other because I honestly don't know. Yeah, Cody, not the kind of boat you're thinking, though. I don't know what kind of latency is on this thing. How far back are we? Sorry about that. My kids had a question. Whoa. Back to here. Oh, what happened? Oh, I see what I did. I made the window bigger. La la la. And what else did I have to put down here? Oh, so the Hobie Worlds. I realize I'm kind of bouncing around. Hobie Worlds. If you weren't aware, Hobie Worlds, in order to win, you had to get a catch a slam, saltwater slam. So that consisted of well, not to win, but you're supposed to catch 3 fish, and it's the best length. You get 1 redfish, 1 speckled trout, and 1 flounder. So it's your best fish from all 3 of those, and it's the combined length for all 3. And from what I understand, nobody actually caught a flounder. Everybody caught redfish and trout, which is kind of unique. You have to catch 3 different species of fish to win that event. Oh, Cody's Christmas shopping. Maybe here? Maybe this is the best way, using my phone. I messed up. Let's see. Yeah, see, the only thing is it makes you look way down. I'm gonna move my monitor back here. See, when I watch it on my computer, it's way behind. But when I watch it on here, on my phone, it's a lot faster. All right. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of work to perfect this streaming thing. Oh, here's another little interesting little tidbit for those of you who did not see this. I know we're all a bunch of tackle junkies, but I think this is a little excessive. Where is it at? Where is it at? Okay. Well, I'll just use it. I don't think I can find a link to it anymore. But look at that. A swim bait caught over. It was like, I think that by the time it was all done, it was like $16.50 for that stupid thing. I mean, that thing looks bad to the bone, but Jiminy Crickets. That's more than some people make an entire year. Or not a year, but an entire month. You know, granted, that's not a great income for an entire month, but I mean, that's still pretty crazy. Anyways, so that's why I wanted to share that. What else do I want to share? Anyways, oh, so we've got that. So we've got our events. We've got the Yak-A-Bass Classic. Yes, I did have time to talk about all of them. We also have our KBF event out here next year on the Delta, an open launch event. I'm pretty sure that is our only open launch event next year, unless we decide to do that at Clear Lake. But I'm not sure one way or the other, to be honest. Where is it? I believe it's on the 14th. Oh no, 13th. Yeah, it's the 13th. Whoop. The 12th and the 13th. If you weren't aware, already, the following that Sunday is actually Mother's Day. We had originally, look at that. We had originally planned on doing. We originally scheduled for the 14th, which is on the Sunday, to do our event out at Tracy, but due to the fact that it is actually Mother's Day, we decided it's probably in our best interest to postpone that and do it the following weekend. So we have a total of, I believe, 10 events here in Northern California next year that are on the books. There may be possibly more through KBF if we get enough people out there and signed up. I'm hoping for it. More opportunities. We also are working to do possibly some events through Tourney X and online. Those are going to be a lot of fun. Looks like conversation has died. Down to 6 people. So you mean they call it quits now? Matt Schuber. Hey, what up, dude? Yeah. So I gave this a shot. Obviously, it was another train wreck for me. I probably could have done a lot better job. But only way to get better is to give it a shot. Right? Right. So there's that. Let me see. Let me put this over here because that's the window I'm using. Close that bad boy. What's up, Mr. Schuber? Long time. So I'm open to suggestions on how to make this run better. Granted, even the best live streamers still aren't the best live streamers. I don't know if you ever watched Twitch or anything, but yeah, even those guys are kind of awkward. It's kind of weird doing live without practice or not being an actual newscaster. So that is that. I really don't know what else to talk about. It's getting late. I don't know exactly what time I started this on Facebook. The YouTube thing obviously doesn't work, or I don't know. I got to figure out how to make that work. I'd actually rather do it there, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find some sort of other streaming service that I can use. But the Facebook thing is just quick, easy. Everybody joins really fast, and the ball gets rolling real quick. The word spreads. Ernie's telling me that he would have told me about the first 3 online tournaments. If you want to send me a message, I can post that up real quick. If you want to send it to me, Ernie, send me a message. Then I'll put it in like a Word document or a Google Docs, and then put it on the window on the right side. So has anybody checked out Tackle Warehouse? The 25 days of Christmas savings here. It's like they sold out of. I think those are the Rico Blims that they sold out of. And we have the Lucky Craft closeouts. Imagine most all the good ones are gone. Oh, so here's today's 27 to 40% off Shimano and G Loomis closeout rods. If you're a Shimano G Loomis guy, Not really my cup of tea, but this right here is a pretty good deal, I think. For those of you looking for some budget-friendly rods, the number 8 tackle, which is another branch of 13 Fishing. These blackout rods. Oh, I remember another thing I was going to talk about. The 10-foot rods. That 10-foot rod rule for Bassmaster. Granted, we don't have any rod restrictions. We do have a lot of guys, or a few guys that like to fish with flies, so we don't really restrict them. But I don't know. Do you see yourself using a 10-foot crankbait rod? Let's see. Oh, I messed up my window, didn't I? I did. Ah, there it is. Is that it? It is it. That's the one I was looking for. I was typing and looking at a different window. Okay, that's what we're doing. So you guys are supposed to say something when I mess up like that. Number 8, blackout rods. There we go. I think they look pretty cool. Personally, I don't know what that metallic-y finish is on them, but I'm interested to know. I'd like to feel one in my hands. But $55, I mean, for a rod with what I think is a 1-year warranty, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. Here, let's go find out. Yeah, look at this. Somebody needs to learn how to type. What is their warranty like? Oh, you want to see the Shimano rods? I'm sorry. Okay, let's go back. Shimano rods, closeout rods. Limited to supply on hand, no back orders. Yeah, see, what was that? Crucial? Is that how they say? Pretty sure that's how they say it. Crucial rods, 109 to 180. Crankbait rods. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good price for a cranking rod. Let's see, all the way up to 130 for a 7'10". That's a crank launcher. That's more of a deep diver. So somewhere like at Comanche next year in April, the guys who want to throw deep cranks, right? Deep cranking is kind of a little bit more for like early pre-spawn, late fall, winter time when fish are deeper. But you can still catch fish doing it. What else we got? So the 7'6". Now, if I was to buy one cranking rod as like my first one, I'd pick the 7'6". It's right in the middle of the road, maybe a little shorter, like to a 7'4". I think that's my first cranking rod was a 7'4". Actually, the one I've got on actually right over here. Boom. Oh, notice you guys see my banner put up? It's pretty cool, huh? See, I do need to put some sound on so that way I can hear when you guys post something. So 7'6" is probably one of the better options there. Oh, granted, yeah. See, I have to turn it down. I can hear my voice coming through. That's annoying. So those are those. What else they got here? Compra. Ooh, they have Ooh, look at that. Even better for you budget guys. $80 for a crankbait rod. Oh, it's only a 7-footer. But it would be a good square bill rod. Still a lot of square bills out in the Delta, and 6 of our 8 events next year. Let's see, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, 8 events. 6 of our 8 events will be on the Delta, and I imagine square bills are going to be a factor or catch quite a few fish in that all year. So they always do. Oh, just the two of you left, huh? Just got boring. Well, so much for that. I'll figure it out next time, guys. Love, peace, chicken grease. Should I do like David does and do one of these, or should I do it with this hand, right? Peace.